Hello, everyone, once again. This is Rob. Welcome back to Media Awareness. Before I continue, a reminder the fundraiser continues. For those of you new to my channel or unaware, I am a disabled individual and I use a motorized wheelchair/scooter all day, every day for my independence, and I need your help. My insurance will not cover anything with regard to my scooter as they view it as a quote luxury item end quote. Despite the fact that I am unable to walk whatsoever, in addition to being unable to use any other type of scooter or power chair, or even a standard wheelchair for that matter, as I only have limited dexterity in one hand. In addition to that, I do not have a backup scooter or wheelchair to rely on at the current time. So if my scooter should malfunction, as it has in the past, I will yet again be a fish out of the water, a scenario I want to avoid at all costs. With that stated, below the title of this video in the description below, as well as in a separate section below the information pertaining to this video, you will find a spot fund link. It is a fundraiser. It's easy to contribute. It takes a few seconds, and any and all help is welcome. I cannot stress that enough. Even $5 or $10 can make all the difference in the world, and you can even contribute anonymously. The purpose of the fundraiser is to both assist me with the ongoing refurbishing of my existing scooter, as well as to help me save for the purchase of a new scooter. I arrived at these conclusions following a malfunction that disabled the battery charging mechanism and it needed replacement. And for roughly 2 weeks, I needed to be pushed around my own home by family and friends, which severely limited my independence. However, it was that long overdue wake up call that I need a backup plan, and the backup plan is to have a brand new scooter to use moment to moment, day to day, every day, and my existing scooter completely refurbished, waiting in the wings to be used at a moment's notice if necessary, when necessary. Additionally, my wheelchair van is inoperative whatsoever. It has been deemed as unrepairable, and therefore I'm saving for a new wheelchair van as well. So any and all help is welcome. And I do want to extend a gracious thanks to those who have contributed thus far, in addition to those who plan on contributing, as your contributions have and will make a world of difference in my life. Thank you all. I love you all. If you're not yet subscribed to Media Awareness, my channel, please consider subscribing and becoming part of the Media Awareness family. I'd love to have you. Additionally, if you do subscribe, please be sure to click the bell icon. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, much like this one. So this is a first reaction video to XTC performing Respectable Streets from the Black Sea album. Now, for those of you who are unaware of XTC, um, XTC is a band that I became more aware of in roughly 1987 or so, with the release of the Skylarking album produced by Top Rundgren, and I'm a huge Top Rundgren fan. I always have been, uh, and the album was released and it had a rather controversial single on it that wasn't a single, which is great. The album is called Skylarking, and uh, the song Dear God, which was a B-side of the single Grass initially, accidentally got played on radio and became controversial and very popular. And as a result, um, the album sold a lot of copies. Now, from I can recall, the album did not feature Dear God on the album from the original pressing. However, it was later added. Now, if I'm wrong on that, I do apologize, but that's how I remember um, from that time frame. And I remember getting my copy of Skylark and being rather disappointed because Dear God wasn't on my copy. Now that could just be a false memory that I'm conjuring up inside my mind. I don't remember exactly. It was 1987, so quite a while ago to say the least. Um, but that album, Skylarking, made me an XTC fan, and it's full of oranges and lemons, even more so. Uh, but it was only later on that I would discover the whole story of XTC, and really, they had potential of being my generation's Beatles, basically. Um, However, a lead singer and songwriter, guitarist, um, Andy Partridge had suffered a nervous breakdown and basically retreated to the studio and only did selective live performances after that time and after some time of not performing. Um, so this is actually from the touring days, and this is from 1980. And I'm excited because I never saw this clip. I wish that they would release XTC Blu-rays, DVDs, more live CDs, and live material in general. There's not a lot available to purchase or to obtain, even for that matter, unless you look on YouTube and just watch it. But to own it is a whole nother story, and I think I'm fairly certain I have the entire discography minus the uh, BBC sessions and John Peel sessions. I believe I'm missing those, but I, I was I was and am a huge XTC fan, so I'm excited for this. With all my reactions, you'll find this link below in the description. I do this because the musicians and bands who create this music for us, the fans, do so with the utmost creativity and integrity, and they deserve all the credit in the world for their hard work. So always click on those links. And in this case, whoever was kind enough to upload this for us, the fans, to be able to enjoy, please give them the clicks and love they deserve for making this truly um, available. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this occurring as a reaction right now. So, without further ado, and without my rambling anymore about how much I love XTC, let us enjoy XTC Respectable Streets live from 1980, and I will be back following this with my assessment.
I need this! There's a new song for you! It's called Respectable Street! Respectable Simon's code. Don't you realize this is Respectable Street? Why'd you think he bought that gun for? Don't you realize this is Respectable Street? It's in the order of their edge-road walls. It's in the way the curtains open and close. It's in the look they give you down their nose. Oh, by the decency's jigsaw, I somehow, wow, 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 wow. Sunday church have made a fortune. Saturday night saw him written over Athens. Find a wall for me to turn down. I can see the windows turn round as the Christmas. The kind of look that says that property in the name of Simon's code. Don't you realize this is Respectable Street? Why'd you think he bought that gun for? 'Cause he realized this is Respectable Street. He realized this is Respectable Street. He realized this is Respectable Street. He realized this is Respectable Street.
XTC Respectable Street live from 1980, of course, from the Black Sea album. And as I stated prior, they had the potential of being my generation's Beatles, really, and they were well underway after releasing the album to follow Black Sea, which was English Settlement, and it was amazingly successful. They were scheduled to have an opening spot with the Police and be playing places like Madison Square Garden and just like venues that were beyond big and all across the U.S. and beyond. And unfortunately, during the overseas part of the tour, that's when Andy suffered his nervous breakdown, and it was actually linked to Valium withdrawal, as he'd been on Valium since he was a child, which is interesting because I'm actually on that for my muscle tone, and it controlled my muscle tone, but I attempted to go off at once, and I started having back-to-back seizures. So, it's one of those medications that can really mess you up, especially if you're on it for a long time. And Andy had been on it for years when this happened. So the band became a recording band and studio only from there on in. Like I said prior, just doing occasional live performances for promotional sake for the albums that they're putting out. And I know that Todd Rundgren and Andy Partridge did not get along. Andy was very much perfectionist, as is Rundgren, but Andy would do and want to do take after take after take after take of songs until he felt it was right. Whereas Todd wanted to do what he was paid to do, and that was produce an album and produce it in a timely manner and deliver it to the record label. So I kind of see both sides, but I do feel that artistic integrity should be more respected for Andy on the part of Todd, and really there should be more understanding there. But music, nonetheless, all around was fantastic and really had potential for them to be so much more than just a sort of shadow in the back of people's minds and an unseen and unheard influence in many bands of that time frame that would continue on to greater success. So I really enjoyed this performance. Band was solid. Um, Very excited. You can tell there was a little speeding up and slowing down on the part of the rhythm section there. But Andy was charismatic. The whole band was actually quite charismatic during that performance, and it's one of those performances that I think would be great to have on a release, a home release. Um, Yet there aren't really any official visual representations of XTC available for home release, and it's quite sad actually, at least here in the States. I know overseas they were far more popular and charted a lot better, but they were headed for a tremendous success, which was also brought with it tremendous burdens and tremendous deadlines. So I think maybe it was a blessing in disguise, because we got a lot of great music that we may not have gotten if they hadn't had retreated to the studio specifically and been able to experiment and explore and really indulge in the studio amenities. So, what did you think of Respectable Street? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know if you'd like me to do any XTC reactions in the future. I'd be more than happy to do so. And I'd love to know your thoughts. And if there's a place to start in terms of listening to XTC, there are so many starting points you could choose from. It's just insane because every album really has moments. And I think all the albums are great, but I'm an XTC fan. So, that's to be expected. But I would honestly suggest probably Oranges and Lemons as a good starting point. It has a really friendly sound to it and a really accessible sound to it. But at the same time, I would also recommend English Settlement, as it was really a masterpiece in the band's touring days, and it was the very end of the touring days that English Settlement was released, and they were on tour for that. So, yeah, XTC, Respectable Streets. Let me know your thoughts below. Let me know under request below in the comment section. You're also welcome to reach out to me via my email address in the description below, as well as my Facebook information, which is also listed in the description. This is Rob with Media Awareness. Please don't forget the fundraiser continues. And the end, all help is welcome. And I will see you all again soon. Have a wonderful morning, noon, or night wherever you are. Take care. Bye.